How are we doing, everyone? Sam here from United People's TV, here with our match preview ahead of Man United's game against Burnley at Old Trafford on Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff, first one of the season. Before we get into it, make sure you leave your Bet Victor golden goal predictions in the comments and make sure you follow that link in the description. The game this weekend is Southampton against Chelsea because it rolled over from that first week. Nobody obviously predicted Pedro would score in the first minute. And for this game against Southampton-Chelsea, I'm obviously not going to play on Chelsea, am I? I'm going to go for Boufal. Made his full debut for Southampton against Sunderland. Scored a banger. So Boufal in the 15th minute. Let me know your predictions in the comments below and follow that link. But let's get into the match preview. We've got Burnley this weekend. They are currently 4 points behind us in the Premier League. So if they were to win at Old Trafford on Saturday, they'd be 1 point behind us. We're currently 6 points off top away from Man City. You've got City, Spurs, Liverpool and Arsenal all up and around there on 20 or 19 points with United on 14. You know, it's early doors in the season, so we're only 6 points off. But after that humiliation against Chelsea, you've got to see a response from Man United. We didn't see it in the first half against Man City in the EFL Cup fourth round, but we definitely saw it in the second. Up against what was arguably a second-string City team that didn't have the likes of Aguero, Sterling, Gundogan, lots of players who didn't start that game, but they still had plenty of quality in there. I think 10 out of 14 players who featured played in the EFL Cup final last year. So City may say it was their complete reserves team, but it wasn't completely their reserves team. And even when Aguero came on, Sterling came on. So I think it was a good performance in that second half from United. Another fantastic game from Ander Herrera. I think the midfield three, we've got to see that against Burnley. We've got to see Carrick, Pogba and Herrera. I think that's a crucial part of this game. For so often this season, we've seen lots of change in midfield setups from United. What's worked, what hasn't worked. Pogba and Herrera as a two has worked quite well, but I feel that Carrick can definitely play that Pirlo type role. Not saying he's Pirlo, because he isn't Pirlo. Pirlo is Pirlo, but Carrick can operate in that sort of playmaker quarterback position where he shouldn't have to do too much running. He just feeds the midfielders and feeds the football. And he did that quite well against City, with Herrera running around so much. By saying running around, it makes him sound uncultured and just simply running around like a headless chicken. But that's not what Herrera was doing. Herrera was just tenacious off and on the ball. And we really desperately need that sort of commitment and drive from every single player. But at least Herrera is showing how it's done. Pogba again was quite invisible against City. Had his moments, but Pogba's still not really taking the game by the scruff of its neck in the same fashion as Herrera has. But up against Burnley, you know, you look at their results. You know, they beat Everton in their most recent result. They obviously lost to Southampton. If you look, they've lost to Arsenal, and then obviously they've lost to Leicester. They've lost to Chelsea. They beat Watford. Their biggest result of this season was Liverpool at home. And you look at that performance, they really sat deep with 2 banks of 4, made it very difficult for Liverpool to press. And what they didn't do, they didn't press high up the pitch, but they sat disciplined. And as soon as the team came in their half, then they pressed the ball. And it really worked for them. Obviously, Sam Vokes was on form that game, and he finished the chances. Will they do that setup against Man United? Maybe. Maybe they will. And if they do, we're going to need someone like Juan Mata to unlock Burnley's defence, because it's very difficult. I think we saw it against Hull this season. Even saw it against Northampton. When a team is disciplined and they sit deep, Man United have struggled to break them down. So we're going to need to see more attacking verve from United. And I think Mata is key and crucial to that. Someone else who is key, obviously, is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but he's been quite shaky and quite out of form recently. I would love to see Anthony Martial start up there, but we don't know whether he's fit or not. He was missing from the City game. And one player we have no idea whether he's fit is Henrik Mkhitaryan. I think personally this is probably his D-Day. I think up until this point he's been injured. Has he been fit? Hasn't he been fit? He's now been back in training for a month. And he was in the 20-man provisional squad to face City yesterday, but he didn't feature in the matchday squad. He was left out, even though he turned up in his tracksuit and was carrying his wash bag. That can still be down to, I would say, match fitness. Maybe don't bring him back in against City, the team where he played just about 50 days ago and was taken off at half-time. Maybe that's not the right occasion for him. Burnley at home at Old Trafford, there is no better occasion to ease someone back into football. And I think if he doesn't feature against Burnley, serious questions have got to be asked about what the hell is going on with Henrik Mkhitaryan. Let me know in the comments what you think about the whole situation. Do you think it's fair, or is something untoward going on behind the scenes? I hope not, but we'll see on Saturday, I feel. How do I feel the game's going to go? I do feel that Burnley are going to sit deep and sit disciplined. Why not? You know, it's worked. Teams have done it against United, and it's worked this season. And they're away from home. They're very, very inconsistent in their results. Sam Vokes is on 3 goals as their top goal scorer, so they haven't exactly been prolific in front of goal either. They'll be looking for a clean sheet. And I suppose we could talk about Michael Keane. You know, it's excellent to see Keane doing so well. Having left Man United, he was, I think arguably he could have been given a chance to break through. He came through at a time where our defence was moving in and around, Vidic and Ferdinand leaving. He could have had opportunities, but lo and behold, he didn't get them. Not every player can get them, and he left, and he's gone on to be an excellent defender for Burnley, now called up to the England senior team, and it'll be great to see him back at United. Obviously against United, so hopefully he lose, but I do think it will be a tough game, but I'm predicting Man United to win this one. After the humiliation at Chelsea, you saw Mourinho apologising to the Stretford end, saying sorry for that loss at Stamford Bridge, and after a nice comfortable win against City, that should hopefully bury that result and move on, because United have really got to kick into gear this season. We've got the squad capable of challenging for the Premier League. We've got a manager who knows how to win the Premier League. We've got to start showing it in the important Premier League games from here on in. Ahead of a very, very busy festive period, we've got to make sure we don't lose track of City and the teams at the top of the league. My prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-0 United win. Let me know yours in the comments below. And that's it for the match preview. As I said, make sure you get your Bet Victor golden goal predictions in. There's a link in the description. You can win 125 big ones. Why wouldn't you enter? It's free. Drop a like on the video as always and subscribe to United People's TV. And we'll all see you very soon.